Hey guys, it's Uppy here at themusic.com.au. I'm here with Jessica Hopper. She has literally stepped out from her amazing keynote. What can I say? I and a lot of people in the room were moved to tears, as were you.
Yes. I didn't plan on crying as part of my keynote.
I'm sure.
We should just, for the record, I didn't break down. I didn't fully sob.
Yeah.
It was
for the record, everyone.
It was an emotional appeal.
Yeah. So for those who haven't seen it or were then not there, I guess definitely watch it when the video comes up. Jessica actually had a slideshow of tweets running down the back of her keynote, and they were just very harrowing, very hard-hitting tweets about women who have experienced misogyny and just terrible experience in the music industry. And for me, it definitely was eye-opening because I, like you, haven't really had, I've had a pretty, good run. It's been encouraging and supportive and stuff. So I didn't have any experience like that, but it really was insane to see what people had been through.
I mean, basically, everyone's sort of testimony of their own personal experience was very much, an act of bravery to say in a room full of people, this happened to me, and I quit music for 3 years. But then you look and see, you're in this room, you're at BIGSOUND, you are here.
Yeah.
You kept showing up. I mean, just incredible courage and bravery. And I mean, and that's also not to say that people who are just peace out, once was enough, that's not any less brave.
No. And the guy that said, he called out those other guys at the gig, I thought that was really cool too.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's sometimes when you're calling people out or the most common reaction is people push back and say, you're crazy, or, F off, or
I didn't
whatever.
mean it like that.
Yeah, or just whatever, and try to flip it back on you. Are you taking things too seriously? And that, he had this experience of having, these guys have a half an hour long conversation with them about what it really means when they act like that. The real impact of that is that sets things in motion.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Not just women. I really do want to make sure that we're establishing, it's not just women who are marginalized. There's many different people whose experiences and contributions to music are not particularly valued for a lot of different reasons. So it is not just unique to just women. There are consequences for other people speaking out about things that they've faced that are substantial enough that it keeps them quiet effectively. So I sent this tweet. This tweet was literally me crowdsourcing for BIGSOUND.
Did you expect that response?
No. No, I didn't. If I knew what would have happened, I would have done it a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because all I did was start a conversation. That's, all I did was retweet a lot of people's stuff, both positive and negative experiences, because I did really want women to share what they are proud of, in part because I think sometimes we are it's seen as bragging, or it's uncool.
Exactly. We don't talk about your successes, even though we should.
Yeah, I mean it's such a this sort of BS punk humility kind of thing, and it keeps us quiet. And I also think sometimes women have a harder time, sort of touting our own qualifications without literally qualifying them, saying, well, but lots of people do this or whatever. And I really wanted a chance for women to sort of brag about what they've done, because if you look at the tweets that people sent about what they have endured, and then you would I would click on people's bios, their Twitter bios,
that's cool.
And it was this person is the head of blah 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 thing, or click here and go to their Bandcamp page, and you're like, oh, you're on album 6. And if that had happened to me, I probably would have quit.
Yeah.
And so that was part of the reason that also, my follow-up tweet was Tell us about what you're most proud of
Yeah.
accomplishing. You know, the number of women that said like, and I was carrying my drums in, and somebody was like, sorry, no groupies. Or, you know, I mean, famously, there's a Janet Weiss from Sleater Kinney kept a diary for Tape Op magazine, an American recording magazine, a number of years ago, from the height of Sleater Kinney, where she documented every single night on his Sleater Kinney tour that, you know, there was a sound guy that would suppose she did not know how to set up her drums, that wouldn't honor her requests about, you know, how their
wanted
stage
things,
setup was.
yeah.
You know, and this is like Sleater Kinney at like the height of their powers, most of the way through, you know, really extensive tour. And just think like, oh, they just suppose that women are just like not so unequal to their male peers that you could get like 35 dates and do a tour where you're drawing a couple thousand people a night and literally not have a clue how to set up your drums. You know, and I just imagine what that does to people, you know, and particularly if you're not in a place where you can just shrug that off.
Yeah.
You know, I think it can be really.
It could take a toll on you.
It can take a toll on you. You understand why women drop out.
Yeah. I'm sure you haven't had a chance to wander around the venues or anything yet, but a lot of the venues...
I've been promptly falling asleep at 7 p.m. I have like a whole list of people that I wanted to see.
Yeah.
My colleague Laura Snapes, who's here, listened to every single band. And so we went through the thing where she's thinking, oh my gosh, she's valuable. She's valuable. But I really wanted to see Angie was like the main thing. All my garage rock friends back in America are like, listen, we know you're in the Big Sound. This is who you have to see. So, I have been around, and I've been in this building, and I've been in like 2 restaurants, and the rest of the time I've been working in my hotel room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you get tonight to...
I know, tonight's my last night. I have about 12 hours right now to really like get my Brisbane in.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for stopping by, especially right after
your
amazing keynote. It really was a memorable one, and I'm sure other people will.
Thank you.
And it was me that was tweeting. Sorry, I had to tweet the whole time, but you had so many amazing quotes that I had to like tweet everything. So sorry, but also thank you.
No apologies for tweeting my work into the internet. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you.